Hi, Brian Dean with Caring Palms Healing Arts. What is enlightenment? Okay, we heard the term all the time, enlightenment, enlightened state of view. But, first thing we do is we go to Webster. And according to Webster, enlightenment is the state of being enlightened. Not like real helpful, huh? Okay. But it does go a little further. To give intellectual or spiritual light to, or impart knowledge to. A little bit more helpful, but we look at being enlightened as reaching a state of maybe spiritual understanding or knowledge. Okay, energy workers such as Reiki practitioners and people who work in other energies think they know how the universe works, or at least have some kind of clue how the universe works. And, until we actually pass over to the other side and see it for firsthand, we really don't know. But we think we have an insight into it. Enlightenment is moving to that state of an enlightened view. It's changing your thoughts, your actions, your responses to things. Enlightenment gives us a deeper view into the mechanisms of how things work, and more importantly, why things work. Okay? We look at processes, all the pieces, all the steps, all the things that link together. We look at motivations. Why does somebody do this? Why does somebody do that? Why do they react with joy and happiness, or why do they react with hate and anger? What is driving that force behind that response? But if we take a step back and we look at a little bit more than just the taglines on every little thing, then we're starting to see these motivations, and it gives us a peaceful approach, because we step back before that reaction and we say, okay, I see how I'm about to react. How do I really want to react? And what reaction is going to be the best outcome? What reaction is going to give us the greatest good? Reiki practitioners, they send Reiki and they send it for the greatest good. They don't say, tell it where to go, because they have no say. So our reactions do the same thing. We want to react for the greatest good. It's called taking the high road. Okay? We look at things and we say, okay, we want to affect things. We want to make things better. But we can't just walk out and affect things globally, but we take it one piece at a time. One piece affects another piece, affects another, and before long, that small piece that you started does reach levels that they affect things locally, nationally, globally. It is a building process, but it always starts slow. Now, we go, and part of our thing is helping others. What can we do to help others? We're trying to be enlightened enough so that we can see their needs and make their journey in this life better. Maybe give them a different perspective on things. Maybe give them an enlightened view. Make them see things where we see things, or their own interpretations of where we see things. Because what we do, we say, works for us, and we know that everybody's different, so everybody has to take their own perspective. But maybe we can open up their thought processes to the point that they see multiple perspectives and choose the one that's best. That's how we help people. The key to enlightenment is, love to know what the key to enlightenment is, but with everybody it's different. Some people, it's sitting on a mountainside and meditating for hours a day. Other people, it's just going through their daily lives and trying to stay above the craziness, above the chaos, and keep that center of calm. You know, focusing on staying on their right path, and that right path being individual to everybody. And through that focusing, letting go of the things they no longer need. And that is a big theme with everything. We know that we can't move forward with all the baggage that we've collected during this lifetime. So we need to dump off some of that. You know, we don't need to be carrying all this stuff with it. I mean, some of this stuff just does not align with where we're going. And holding on to it keeps us from getting there. So we have to drop it off. I mean, you know, is it painful? Not always, but probably. Because everything that we've done from the time we popped out of the womb until right this second has been collecting in us and changing the way we work, changing the way we think, shaping us, okay? It's patterns that cause us to react certain ways in certain situations. It's like running programs, pushing a computer button on a computer and says, okay, I'm going to run this program. Oh, here's something scary. Push that button. React in fear. Okay? It's all those things that makes us what we are. So when we're talking about releasing some of this, we're actually talking about cutting off parts of ourselves. And yeah, that can be really painful. But those parts, while they were a good learning experience, a good point of creating who we are and pushing us along our path, okay, well, the tires just went bad and the engines died, so we need to push it aside and find something else to drive ahead. You know, that's what we've got to do. We've got to let those things go. This way, we move forward. If we don't move forward, we stay stagnant. It's like trying to get through this little door with 2 arms full of suitcases. Well, some of these we don't need. And what we are doing, we are dropping the tools that we've really created our entire lifetime and used our entire lifetime and rely on to be there. We're actually getting rid of these tools. And doing that kind of leads us into scary territory. We're walking our path, but our path goes straight into the unknown. The future is unknown. But we want to be on our positive path, and even though we know where we want to be, or we think we know where we want to be, getting there is walking through unknown territory. But to be successful with that, we need to walk in there fearless, strong. We know there will be changes. We accept these changes. We learn to cope with the little curves that the universe throws us. But as we do, we get stronger. We become better for it. And the realization in that is truly enlightening. Take care. May light be with you.